What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good day today. I had a very odd vision. I'm hoping to God that it's wrong. Please, God. I don't know why. And I never get him this close. And I don't know if it was just a sign, like trying to point us to something bigger, or if this is the real deal that it's going down. Alright. The vision started out. I saw an eagle, right? And it was the Reich eagle, the Nazi eagle. And it was flying. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like iron, if you want to use it like that. It was still radiant and beautiful. And in that it turned into this. Now, when I went to find out, the correlation, I saw a very odd correlation, which I would like everybody that's watching this to go look at as soon as possible. And I think you'll see that, and you get both. Go get the symbol for this, and get the German Luftwaffe symbol. And I think you're going to see what I'm speaking of. Well, I know for a fact you will, because it's the same thing. So that turned into that, and then I saw a patriot as we know them, but it wasn't a patriot of America, patriot of England. And I was standing in front of the White House, the burning White House, just like this. Like it was snowing in the I don't know if you can see the background. It's snowing where I am right now, very lightly. It's flurrying, and that's how it was. I saw basically this. He had this, it was a soldier, this patriot of England, standing there with a star atop of his hat. And he's just basically sitting there. And I saw, it was burning, like America was burning. It was not cool. It was actually kind of messed up. And then, sorry I had to do this outside, guys. It's just, I felt so enclosed inside. And I come outside and it's snowing outside. So that's just my luck. So it then turned into, I saw what to me was the Super Bowl. And it was just one big ritual that I saw. Basically a chalice, I saw a bowl, and I saw what looked like to be a crescent moon. The crescent moon was bleeding, like it was a knife, like a scythe. And then the fans are cheering, and I don't know if you've ever been to Philadelphia, but fans are pretty hostile in Philly. That's just the way that it is. I remember I went down to Atlanta when I was a kid, and the people were like, "Wow, you really care about your sports, huh?" And I was like, "Well, where I'm from, I honestly, I'm not that big into sports. Everybody else is much more into the game than I am." But that just showed me that we were definitely here. We're very much different. So I heard the words brotherly love, but it wasn't the kind of brotherly love that not that I'm into, if you know what I mean. And I heard the word Sodom, and anger, and passion, and like the fans on the Eagle side turned into, they were like Nazis. They were just like full of passion, and it was just so surreal that the game had turned into like this. Like if they had a leader, they would have been they would have killed whoever they needed to kill to get what they wanted. And then that turned into, so that turns back to the White House burning with the Patriot standing there. And behind the Patriot, it like kind of like panned out, and it wasn't a Patriot at all. It was like a darker angel who was wearing red and white, like the British wore, and the beautiful wings, big beautiful wings. And he said, he's watching the White House burn, like with a smile on his face, and it's like I said, it's snowing lightly, and like the snow was almost like on its wings, like you see that it had came down, like descended down, and I got the feeling like it was like a testament almost, like it was saying like Rome is burning. That's what I got the feeling of. So from there, I saw like the wings like flapping as if it was taking off, but it was taking off like the wings had been separated and the star had been separated, and they were like ascending up into the clouds as if they were going to space. But they didn't go to space. They were just over everything, like I guess like the story in Isaiah, like trying to be the Most High. And when that happened, it was like I heard the words "never learn." And when that happened, I saw it was like CNN News, and it was just like a regular news broadcast. It was like CNN News, here we are today, bringing you your real-time news that's real life and blah blah blah, all the bullshit that they talk all the time. But it was lies. Like I remember like on the bottom where like it usually says like this happened, the weather might be this, that, and the other. It was like lies, 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 lies. And where it was like dark and like the wings of an eagle thing was going on, the sun was beginning to rise, but the star wasn't letting it rise, basically. Like it was consuming its energy. And the people, there was people that were like witnessing it. They were going to work. It was like a Monday morning, a moon day morning, and the moon again, it was like the moon was, I guess it was rising with the sun, not in the same place, but the morning star was descending down, and behind it there was stars that began to fall, and they're like shooting, like a shooting gallery. It was just so intense. Sorry, I'm in it right now. I'm really there, and it was freaking me out. And I saw a ritual basically being performed, and we were back at the stadium in Minnesota, and I was a little boy, and I heard the further you get away from God, the colder it'll become. And they were talking about the Vikings. Now what's weird about that is it's in Minnesota this year. The Super Bowl's in Minnesota. Basically, like what I was learning in school was that the further you would get away from God, the colder it became. And like everything about this Super Bowl is like a ritual. I don't know, man. So as I'm waking up, the Super Bowl is there, and this the stadium. Now I didn't see it as the new stadium. I saw it as the old stadium, and it was imploding on itself. Everything was falling in around it, like a black hole. And it was basically consuming into like hell. And it was like, on this day, you shall receive the judgment that you so chosenly decided. And like it was like very like it was like it was half English. It was almost like it was not even English. It was another language, but I could understand it. And when I saw this, I saw caskets just piling on top of each other as if like a stairway that was going up to this golden heaven, this golden sun. But it was no longer the sun, it was the entire sky. But beneath it was not the sun. It was this black hole of just death, and it was just consuming all light and everything else. And at the very end of the dream, I saw like a scale, and there was a bull on one side, and there was a cross on the other side, and the sun was the top of it. There was an eagle on one side of the sun, and there was what's on the other side? Oh, like a griffin. It was on fire, and God was like, or no, I'm sorry, the angels. I'm calling them angels. Were singing. They're just like, Hosanna, hey, Hosanna. Like it was just so, like beautiful, and it was just the most magnificent thing that you'd ever hear. There was all these people and one sound, and it was angels, but I'll call them people. And they were just from all walks of life, from the beginning of time to the end of time. And it was as if like you had like 4 or 5 lives yourself, and all those lives were with you as well, and you could talk to everything that you were and everything that you are. And when you got up, you basically were judged upon what you were, and you became, what you ended as, and what you will be. And I began to get out of the dream, and the sky behind it was turning red. But like everything around it was like a blue color, like not sky blue, like not light blue either, not baby blue, like a darker Caribbean blue. And it was like that we were in a supernova or sun or something. Like we were that. And everything became electric. There's lightning just all around us. And the next thing you know, I just felt buzzing in my ears, and I was waking up. But it was weird because I could still hear what was it? Oh, morning star, how thou have you fallen from grace. And it was like the angels were saying, "You're so beautiful, no, please, no." And this is while like I'm awake. Like I wasn't seeing it, but I was seeing it, and I was hearing it for sure. And I got the feeling like it was like God saying like this could happen to you. But like I said, I'm all messed up about this. I don't know why this happened today, and I woke up like this. I hope nothing happens at the Super Bowl, especially with all these emails coming out and released documents. This is not good. This is something else. Alright guys, I'm sorry, I just woke up, so I'm just not even myself right now. What the hell is that? What is that? What is behind me right now? That is not cool. Alright guys, I'm out.